Hi guys, Sandra here from createinspain, and a card for you today that you can customise to your occasion. It starts off with a base and you think it's the same as normal, but this is literally just one layer and it has a little slit in the base down here which you probably can't easily see. Take my word for it, there's a slit there. So I have this design that I made, and this is for a surprise party or surprise get together, whatever. And when I did it, I thought, well, I would just be putting it onto a card straight away like that. And I thought, actually, no, I'm going to do something a little different. So I've cut out this surprise banner, and this is cut out of a sort of mirror card type thing. I did the letters on my silver bullet as well because that's easy for me to do, although I did draw it freehand in concepts first, so it is my actual writing on there. I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this to stick it on. Going to go right at the top of the card, like that. There we go. Now you notice that there's more string there than there is there. That's quite deliberate because when you do these things at home, you don't necessarily string it up evenly, do you? So just a little touch of realism there. Now I have a couple of these strips, and one, as you can see, is longer than the other. I'm only going to be using one. And the idea is that this strip has tabs which is going to go in that slit there, and then you can wrap this around and stick it onto the back. Now it depends on how much curve you want in that as to how much of this you use. You could cut it off shorter and have just a tiny bit of curve, or you can use the full length and have a lot. It's entirely your choice. But the idea is that this is put together by the person who receives it, in that they have to put the tab into there. If you do that, you can't fold it flat. So literally this will be stuck on the back, and then once that is done, someone can put the tab through the slit and it'll become a three-dimensional card. Make sure you line it up with the base and get it straight. You definitely don't want it on crooked because that will really not be a good idea or really wreck the design. And then you can put a fold in there. There we are. So when it's actually posted, it will have this on like so. So for this, I'm just going to use some double-sided tape, and yes, mine was stuck onto an item before. I've taken it apart so I can remake it for you rather than do all my colouring and everything again. Put this down as low as I can, and again, depending on how much of this you actually want to use, you need to put this on after you put it onto your card, because otherwise you might put it on in the wrong place. And so I'm going to put it about there, I think. So that's how it's going to be posted, and then when someone wants to put it together, if you give them some instructions, you fold the tab back, this little arrow on itself, just stick it through the slot, and then open the tab at the back. And there we have a nice little three-dimensional card that will stand up quite happily on its own. Now I've given you the pattern for this tab as well, because you might decide you want to put something on that side. And that's a case of personal preference. You could put your happy birthday or anniversary or whatever it is on a separate piece and stand it up on this, or you could put it on the back there. So you have a choice, whichever you want to do. But I've designed this, and all the cut lines and everything are in the file as well. All you have to do is colour it in. If you wanted to, you could even increase the fun element of this by giving them fancy party hats and things. I haven't, but you could do. And you could also cut out copies of the cat and the dog and actually have them sat on there on pieces of foam tape to raise them up and give it even more dimension. So there we go, a fun card for a party. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.